Greetings, buddy boyos! Reformed Stoic here, back with another video. It's been a little bit of a bumpy start to this week, but there's been tension building as I approach the final shoot, the most substantial shoot for my video. Sorry about that. Got some Amazon packages, all kinds of projects I'm putting off over here. I got my suit that I ordered. Wrinkles is resting on it right now. I need to try that on before the video shoot. I got a new snare strainer for my snare drum. There's a snare wire broken on it. That's a project. I got, oh my gosh, bass pedal springs. It's such a pain in the ass to change those. I just have a single pedal right now. It was the single pedal one that broke. I took the one off the double bass pedal, put that on there. That was a huge pain in the ass, but at least I figured out the process. So I got to replace the springs and all sorts of stuff I've been putting off, man. It's been a little bit of a bumpy start to this week. I decided to smoke a little bit of weed this last weekend, and man, it was such a mistake. I mean, this is it. I really, I've already gone through that a couple of times, but this time it's like, bro, there's no reason to do that again. There's literally no reason to do that again. And it's really bizarre what I've been realizing. Like, I tried a cigar a couple of weeks ago. That didn't do anything for me. Just in terms of like inebriants, in terms of things that are kind of like vices that take the edge off or whatever. Alcohol, nope. Cigarettes, nope. Cigars, nope. Weed, nope. Harder drugs, obviously, no. I mean, it just feels like my body is like sensitive. But I was kind of in a good place in my mind. There was a lingering anxiety, and you know, while I was smoking, it was whatever. I took a lot of naps. I had insane munchies. Man, between buying a jar of peanut butter that I recently worked through and then having the munchies a couple of nights, I feel like I gained like 5 or 6 pounds. I'm like 180, 178 or something with food in my stomach. I mean, that happened fast. It's like, can you literally gain that much weight in a couple of days? But this is what the video is, guys. Trying to explain some of the feels I've been having, some of the anxiety. I was in a good place, then I smoked that weed. Maybe it brought some stuff to the surface, helped me work through it. I'd like to put some sort of a silver lining on it. Not just thinking I just fucked myself over. But I wanted to sit here and talk about my greatest fear. What is my greatest fear? At this point, it's that nothing will change. My greatest fear is that nothing will change. And being honest in regards to the video, I've built it up in my mind that the Moggy Jr. music video, it has to be a catalyst for something. Something has to come of it in my mind. Some sort of change, some sort of growth. Even if it just like, you know, grows the channel a little bit. But my biggest fear is that nothing's going to change, man. And time is going so fast lately. It's like, okay, another summer's coming, and it'll be just like last summer. And then another fall will come, and it'll be just like last fall. And then another winter, and then the holidays. And it's starting to go so fast that it's just feeling like a loop, you know? I've already had 2 Halloweens and 2 Christmases since I moved to this new spot I'm at. And I've already gotten like kind of the full repetition of what there is to expect. And it's like, my fear is that I will keep living the same routine, wake up, go to the gym, Go to the grocery store, get some food, come home, do whatever. You know, I'm kind of an entrepreneur-minded guy. My free time is valuable, sometimes more than others. But, yeah, it's starting to scare me a little bit. Just starting to think, man, like, I don't want to be slowing down because I'm not getting old, but it is time to live. At 35 years old, I feel like I have one last chance to live. Life has been incredibly disappointing. My life has been so disappointing on so many levels, so consistently for so long. It's why I'm very tempted by this belief of the soul trap, Gnosticism. I honestly think that Gnosticism is just beautiful. If nothing else, if it's not a belief that it's real, it's just like, wow, it doesn't seem like something that's just some sort of a fabricated heresy to me, you know? People try to say it's like, oh, you know, it's about worshiping the devil. I mean, that's, from the Gnostic perspective, it's very much not the case. It's just anybody who enjoys philosophy, metaphysics, definitely if somebody finds value in reading like Plato, Plotinus, Pythagoras. I found that Pythagoras is kind of overrated. You know, numbers don't really do that much for me. Like, people are like, oh, everything is math, everything is numbers. It's not really. It ain't for me, fam. But anyway, I digress. The reason that I feel like I'm attracted to this soul trap Gnostic stuff, which some people are like, oh, bro, you've fallen off of the path, you've fallen astray. Life just seems too fucked. And people will try to be like, oh, well, you know, that's your fault. Well, my childhood was fucked up. And there's a lot of people who have fucked up childhoods and, you know, go on to do better things. And then people are like, you know, at a certain age, you're responsible for yourself. But I'm just saying, my childhood was fucked up. So I can't just, like, say that that's it, that the whole entire thing was my fault. Because my childhood was not my fault. But anyway, things have to change, man. Something's got to change. If the video doesn't do it, then something else has to do it. It could be a small change, like I've made videos in the past saying, you know, go become a regular at a bar. This is what I've said as advice, like, force yourself to get into sports, and then whatever sport is on at whatever time, like I think maybe it's basketball right now. I have no idea. I don't watch sports. I just watch fighting. Maybe I could find a bar that plays the fights and, you know, go sit at the bar and watch fights. That would be great. That's reasonable. That's something that I actually am interested in. But something like that, you know, pick a bar, maybe have a scouting period where you check out a few bars, but maybe there will be one that has something that will drag you there, like the fights, and go become a regular at a bar. Even though I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything that has anything to do with bars. But something, man. Something has got to change. If it was up to me, my video is going to be a big, huge fucking smash hit, and people are going to be calling me for interviews, and people are going to want to sign me, and my channel is going to blow up, and I'm going to become an influencer. That's what I would like to do. I mean, I've been dreaming big lately. I'd like to think that I could go on tour, playing drums. I'd love to just have nice, easy, tight gigs, you know? I mean, not like stupid easy, but, you know, if I'm playing for like a pop singer, R&B singer, maybe rapper that wants to have a drummer, I mean, maybe I could get to a point where I open up as a rapper, or, you know, the sky's the limit. You know, we're dreaming big. Could go on tour, play drums for somebody, and then maybe open up as a rapper, or if it's just as a drummer, you know, be writing my next song and be doing everything, because everything's online, you know, have a portable vocal booth and record on the road, or write my next album on the road. I mean, I've been dreaming big. I would love for just everything that I've ever worked for to happen for me, finally, you know. I had big dreams a long time ago, and it would definitely be like a kind of a valley. It would be like climbing out of a valley, man, you know, in 2014, because I was, you know, trying to live the dream life in Boston. I was trying to play metal music, which it definitely sank in. It's like there is absolutely no future in this. And artistically, I hate to be an asshole, I listen to all kinds of metal, I listen to all kinds of metalcore, but metalcore, breakdowns, syncopated guitar and bass drum, it's just been done. It's just all been done, man. Rap has also been done. But without boring you with a big long explanation, there's still room. There's still room for somebody like me to come out of nowhere and be like, hey, that's right, I'm from Kodiak, Alaska, I drum, I rap, I'm a multi-talented genius, I went to Berklee College of Music, this song is dope, I train, you know, nobody starts fighting at 35, but fuck, man, I feel like if anybody could, it would be me. I just feel like I'm really hitting a stride. I'm in a weird place where it's like, you know, I go on X and people are like, oh, at 35 your body starts decomposing and rotting, and it's like, man, I am the best I've ever been. I am the best I've ever been. The only thing that holds me back about my age is the number itself. Is if I tell somebody I'm 35, talk to a young pretty girl, it's really tempting to lie because that number causes problems. But my health, it's like I'm almost figuring it out, man. I'm almost figuring out how to do everything I've always wanted to do. And in conclusion, guys, because a big goal I have moving forward, we can't do the 30-minute plus videos anymore. We got to keep it snappy. We got to start keeping the videos snappy. I think that'll have a big effect on the success of my channel. For me to get to that place where I'm doing it, living the creative career, doing what I want to do, finally proving everybody wrong. Everybody's gone, dude. Everybody's fucking gone, man. There's nobody to prove wrong anymore. Something I can tell you guys is that I used to, like, be mad at individual people from my past. I used to, like, hone in on one person and be like, you were shitty to me. You were not a good friend. You fucked me over. I'm mad at you. And then eventually it became more about the collective. It was like, I'm not really holding a grudge against this like one person or this one person. It's more just like that whole group. Basically like my hometown. And it's like, oh, then it's like, fuck my hometown. Then it got to a stage where it was like, you know, actually all of that happened because my family fucked me over and they didn't raise me right. And then I started to put the blame on my family. But then eventually it gets to a point where it's like, you know, if I would have just had so much fucking wisdom when I was 6 years old, I could have avoided all of this. I could have outsmarted everybody. I could have outsmarted my parents. I could have outsmarted my teachers. I could have outsmarted my peers. I could have just been a little fucking psychotic genius, bro. I could have been like Stewie from Family Guy and just outsmarted everybody and lived a good life. And then you get mad at yourself that you didn't see it, you know? And there's different levels of like how far do you want to go back? How much fucked up bullshit in your life do you want to go back and fix, you know? What if I woke up in bed and I was 8 years old What if I woke up in bed and I was 10 years old? What if I was 12 years old? What if I was 14 years old? It's like, okay, I'm not able to undo that horrible traumatic shit from way back then, but I can work with this. I can work with 14 on. I can work with 16 on. But it's just like, so what happens after you try to, see, that's what all like the bootstraps people tell you to do, is to blame yourself. Well, if you really look deep inside yourself, Bucky, you'll realize it was your fault the entire time, and you should have just pulled up your bootstraps. So then after that, it's like, okay, I don't blame myself, because you can't have that kind of wisdom when you're a child. I became wise by eating a big bag of shit my entire life, dude. Okay? If anybody buys it, if anybody actually thinks that I have any wisdom in me, I can tell you it comes from just eating a never-ending fucking shit sandwich, dude. It's like, you know those party subs from Subway when they order like a big party sub chopped into a bunch of... It's like 10 of those. Just one after the other. Just a big, giant, never-ending shit sandwich, dude. So then, when you're 35 years old and completely fucking bald and covered in shit and deeply traumatized with memories and memories and memories and memories and memories of your horrible fucked up life, you can be like, now I understand. But what is an old shitty 35-year-old guy supposed to do with the knowledge? Well, I want to pursue it, man. I want to pursue it. I want things to change. I'd be okay with little changes, you know? If the video doesn't change my life, I'm going to write the sequel, man. I'm really excited about Milton's Warning. I have not started writing it yet, but I'm going to get there. I think I'm about ready to do a second brainstorm. But, you know, a little change. Watching UFC at a bar. Something, man. I'm afraid. My worst fear is that nothing is ever going to change. And I'm going to keep living the same fucking day over and over and over and over again. Thinking like, oh, someday like everything's going to fall together and I'll get a girlfriend from the gym. Or I'll get a girlfriend from the grocery store. I actually think about how much time has gone by. How long I've been hoping for that. Understanding how fucking hopeless that is. And it's actually scary. It's actually like, when I was a kid, the cover of It, like, I used to be scared of, like, the cover of It where you had the dinosaur hands and the clown. I used to be scared of the cover of the Child's Play movies, the little Chucky doll. I used to be scared of The Ring. I used to be scared of all these different things. But now, this, like, oh, you know, someday I'll get a girlfriend at the gym. Someday I'll get a girlfriend at the grocery store. And I think about how a year and a half has almost gone by. And wait a minute. Actually, 2 years have almost gone by. Fuck, dude. I've been saying a year and a half for so long, and then like 4 or 5 months have gone by since I started saying that. It's like, okay, that's about half a year. We're about to 2 years, dude. I think about how long I've been going in that loop, thinking that way, and it's scary. It's like the new cover of It, or the cover of Child's Play, or the new Ring. It's like, wow, that's actually terrifying to think. Theoretically, like, 5 years could go by, and I'm just living this same life. And at some point, you just got to realize, dude, you're living the same day over and over and over, and nothing's changing. And this little thing that you're waiting for to happen, it's not going to happen. And why should it happen? I'm in a tiny fucking town. Is anybody watching this ever met a girl at the gym? How about at a grocery store? I'm not out there. That's what I was saying today. I'm not out there. I needed some time to heal after all the shit show in Kodiak. And I think it's safe to say that that's happened. And now it's like, okay, I need to live some sort of a life. the world doesn't feel very friendly out there. I am very sensitive to things. I don't like when people like seem like they're rude or negative, and I just feel like a lot of people are that way. I was always nice. I can tell you what, this fucking second that I wasn't nice, everybody went and told everybody how much of an asshole I am, dude. Like, it did not take very long for me to gain a reputation that I'm not nice. It did not take very long, bro. People were waiting on that. Life has to change, guys. And I'll bet some of you, your life has to change. Start thinking about it. Start thinking about how you're going to make that change. I need every ounce of confidence that I can possibly have right now in Moggy Jr. in that fucking music video. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of talking about Moggy Jr. I should have did the video sooner. I should have just like immediately turned around and got this process going. But it's better late than never. And none of this matters. I hate the fucking law of attraction. I hate when people are like, dude, if you feel nervous, then you're going to manifest it not going well. Bro, that's literally a way to gaslight people for their entire shitty life. They literally try to say, you manifested your entire shitty life. Like, it's so toxic, dude. The law of attraction is actually, like, the most cancer fucking toxic gaslighting bullshit ever. So that's why I'm saying this doesn't matter. Today's stream being dead doesn't matter. Yesterday's stream being bummed out doesn't matter. Me feeling the way I feel right now doesn't matter. I'm going to throw on that suit and I'm going to fucking shoot an awesome music video. And I really do hope, as delusional as it may sound, that it is a catalyst to some sort of change. Because of all the crazy ass songs I've written, I feel like this song has a kind of virality potential to it. And the video is going to be awesome. And I'm going all in, man. I'm pushing for it. And if it doesn't do what I want it to do, you know, I'll do whatever's next. But there is a fear that nothing's going to change. Ever. So I guess we have to make things change, you guys. Start thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. God bless.